In 1998, when I was pregnant and I went back home, my mom had let everybody know that I was pregnant and that I was expecting baby, and she's excited. Of course she's going to let everybody know. When she's happy for her children and their future, she would let her family know. And Brian and I hadn't had any problems for a very long time. That's why we were able to get married. After we were baptized, there was a little bit of rockiness, but I never let go. And then we smoothed through that over the next couple of years, and we got married. And then we got pregnant. And I had to go back to school, so I went back home. And Brian, he was so happy, jumping around. And we are almost ready to get out on our own. Almost all our furniture is bought. He's got a really good job. I'm going to school. I'm going to become a computer programmer. We are going to make it financially, and we are going to be able to give our child the best life possible. And then I get back to Surrey, and this girl had moved in. So you see, the devil went and threw somebody into the mix. And that could hurt me, because I don't know what had happened when I was gone. So these spirits that were sent to us again are telling me that he's cheating on me with this girl, because he had done so in the past. But me and Brian, we were very, very strong at that time. And it didn't make sense why I was thinking this way. And then I go to school, and my school is closed down. The doors are locked. There is a notice that the classes are suspended for the remainder of the year. And I lost my financing because I have no school to go to. And then, because I was pregnant and there was cats that ate raw meat in the home, we chose to move out the next month, in February. So we were going to pay the rent, and we let our landlords who lived with us know. And then there was this huge fight, and Brian was kicked out because Brian got too aggressive. And they said, "You don't know all the things that he was doing behind your back." And this new girl that was staying with us wasn't even there. And they are insinuating that Brian is cheating on me. And I asked him, "Did you cheat on me?" And he is not behaving the same way that he had in the past, where he was cheating on me, and I had a feeling. Didn't make any sense. And we had paid our rent, and we had bought a whole bunch of groceries. We had very little money left. And they told me that now that Brian was kicked out, I had to come up with rent money. They were trying to take advantage of me. They told me that I needed to go to see social services, and they would give me a rent report. And that I could live there as long as I wanted, and they would help me raise the baby, and Brian was no good, and he was this and he was that, and I am freaked out. Where is my husband? So Brian knew that I always went for a walk, so he got in touch with me and told me where he was. And I went to a woman's shelter. And then when I was at that woman's shelter, we ended up finding a place right away. And Brian continued to work, and he was going to be working in forestry in the parks in Vancouver. Something that he's always been interested in. So we are facing all this turmoil together, and it's keeping us strong. And we got a basement suite, and the day after we moved into this basement suite, Brian got a phone call. From his sister. His mother was in the hospital. So our new landlord, she seen the devastation in Brian's eyes, and he was scared. And we had no money because we had spent all our money getting this place. And this woman, she had air miles, so she went and offered to buy Brian a return trip ticket to go and visit his grandma, or his mom Grace. So Brian left and went to go and visit Grace. And then the day that he got back, we were talking about his visit, and he said that his mother has cancer, and that it's bone cancer. It's in their spine. And that she wanted me to know that she was sorry. And she asked me to forgive her for turning her back on me. She told him that she wanted him to keep the family together when she's gone. He said that the woman that was there was nothing like his mom. She didn't look like her. And he said she was so out of it that I kept telling her that I have to go home and I'll be back in 2 weeks when I get paid. She's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's like, that's how out of it she is. I told her I have to go home and make some money. Betsy's pregnant and I need to take care of her. And she said, okay, my son, I'll see you tomorrow. Right after Brian had told me all this stuff, there was another phone call. And Brian's mom had passed away. And that night there, Brian hadn't been drinking for 3 months. And and he wasn't drinking a lot either. He would have a drink every once in a while with people, whatever. But since the summer when we were tree planting, he really hadn't drank. And then he completely stopped for 3.5 months. And he asked me, can I have a drink? I said, no, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. It's because you could lose yourself. This is the most painful experience of your life, losing your mother. He says, I promise I won't drink. He says, not even one? It's not even one. It's like, how about if I just drink vodka and not beer? Or beer and not vodka? I said, no, it doesn't matter. Because one leads to more. He said, okay. He goes and kisses my belly, and my belly moves. It is the first time I ever felt my baby move. I'd only been pregnant since December. And our landlord gave Brian another ticket, return trip ticket, to go to the funeral. And Brian left me. He abandoned me. Because he had lost his spirit light when his mom passed away. And I was at home in our basement suite. And I was laying on my bed. We have a bachelor suite. And I'm watching TV. And out of the corner of my eye, I can see movement from the ground. And I look over on the floor, and there are thousands of, I want to say caterpillars, but they weren't caterpillars. They're centipedes or millipedes. They're millipedes. They were all coming from outside, and they all came from under the door frame. And I screamed, and my landlord came running downstairs. I didn't want to stay in that house anymore. I had been alone for 3 weeks now. 3 weeks after he was supposed to come back home. He was going to be gone for a week. So now I'm alone for a whole month, and I have no way to pay my rent. So I went and sold my taxes, and I took a plane ticket back to Grand Prairie. And I was so excited that I was going to go and tell my family, my dad, that I'm pregnant. And the night that I got to Grand Prairie, my dad says, your brothers and sisters are all at the bar. It's like, I don't know. He goes, all my older children are all at the bar, are all here. I said, well, drop me off. Drop me off there. I have something to tell my brothers and sisters.